Just want to give you some bombshell information for you today. We have talked about desperate Meghan Markle trying to reach out to the monarchy. And we have also mentioned in other videos that she sent a message to the king to have a one-on-one discussion regarding titles. Now, when I was reporting on this, it came across as if Meghan was only concerned about the titles, especially after what will happen to those titles once the king passes away and William becomes the king. Well, that is really not the whole picture. What is the whole picture is what we want to discuss in this video. But before I move on, join our membership, support my channel, and also subscribe to this channel for all the daily updates. We know that Lemonada and also Netflix cooking show and also a lifestyle brand, all of them failed miserably. So much so, Meghan cannot even hide it. For example, the Lemonada podcast, it tanks everywhere in Australia, in UK, and also in the States. It tanked everywhere. And you do not have an excuse whatsoever. Because when you have global rejection over your podcast, you cannot say, oh, because these people are biased or because people don't like me, they're racist. No, it is not logical. So we know the podcast failed, right? We also know the Netflix docu-series or the cooking show she is doing, it failed miserably. Her brand also failed to even label the products, to make them even available to the public who bought those products and paid for it. And of course, with that comes the report where a lot of people are very suspicious whether she had any product whatsoever. So these are the backdrop behind the letter. Yes, she did reach out to the king with a letter and with a personal message. Now this is not coming just from me, but also Neil Sean. He reported on this and he does have the latest. I'm going to be quoting him and then explain to you guys what he said. So he basically said that Meghan Markle, we know it's all tanking. He was talking about Lemonada and the Netflix. But, headlines mean, quote, a lot of these people because it puts their brand in the frame. If not the programming now, the reasoning behind Meghan's reach out, as I pointed out on an article over on a news channel, was the fact that basically she wants to believe that she can fix the problem. She is not the issue. The issue, according to Meghan Markle, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, again coming from Neil Sean, is her husband. Not in the way that you think, but he is a broken man. In other words, what Neil Sean is saying here is that the problem the king has with Harry and Meghan is actually a problem only with Harry and the king. Meghan is 100% innocent. She is not the issue. The issue is her husband, whom she cannot rely on anymore financially because he is a broken man. And with the flops that she's giving with Lemonada and Netflix, she needs a man who will be taking care of the financials. But Harry failed. So she is saying, well, the problem now is actually my husband. And she is also reaching out to the king not as a daughter-in-law, not as a wife of Harry and daughter-in-law of the king, but as a mom. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? She believes that just like she is a parent to those surrogate invisible children and she feels for them, The king should also feel for her husband the same way. And Neil Sean then asked this question, obviously, why don't you do that exact same thing with Thomas Markle Sr., your father? Why don't you reach out to him? Well, the reason we know is because Thomas Markle Sr. doesn't have a pocket full of cash, but the king does. Join our membership. Don't forget, subscribe to our channel.